Hey guys, what's going on? Zephyrnix here. So I just got finished playing Rise of Nightmare demo on Xbox 360 using Kinect. Of course, for those who don't know, this one is the survival horror game that's supposed to be, taking Kinect somewhat to the next level, and I gotta say, it really does that. I was really impressed on how much I really did like the game. Now, in terms of graphics, I believe it's running at 720p. I believe it is. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really look into it that much. Basically, you start off as a guy. The demo doesn't really tell you who the guy is. I'm assuming it's the main protagonist, who is Josh. But basically, it starts off going crazy, from the very beginning of the demo. You go ahead, and this guy, you got this kind of like a Chinese guy. Basically, he's talking to another prisoner, and your guy just wakes up, and then, like, the guy, literally, without even, like, a flinch, takes and just chops off the other guy while he's alive, chops off the guy's, like, the guy you're looking at, chops off his hand, and then puts a machete right in his skull. I was like, whoa, okay, this is going to be interesting. So I'm like, okay, this is definitely adult themed, because, I mean, it was, believe me, blood was going everywhere. So what happens is that he leaves, and you're about to get killed by a zombie, in a nurse's outfit of all things. It's like, woo, sexy, and then at the same time, it's like, ah, sexy, But anyway, so you go ahead and you're saved by someone else. It didn't really tell you who that person was, but you are saved by him. So what happens is that you pretty much go on your venture as you see it. Apparently trying to get out of where you currently are. So it was actually pretty cool. Now let me stop for a second and kind of talk about the actual gameplay here. Now that was pretty much the beginning of the story. I'm definitely not going to put any more spoilers than that. I mean, that's pretty much the beginning. You'll get that automatically, of the demo at least. Now, going to the controls. The controls were actually surprisingly good. I was really surprised in how much I actually did like the controls. First and foremost, you go ahead and, in order to walk, you step forward. In order to go and walk backwards, you step backwards. And I thought it was going to be like one of those Exercise Connect games or whatever, where you had to, like, walk. You don't. You just have to take a step forward. And then, depending on how far you lean forward, is how fast your character will go. Okay, that's actually pretty good. It's less strain on a body, and at the same time, it allows your body to save the energy for other things, such as, attacking, which is another thing. Now, you pick up a lot of melee weapons, and there's different melee weapons too. You have one particular type of weapon where you slash, so you slash up and down, and you slash up and down, and you slash left and right. So those were actually really good. Now at the same time, it's not following your exact movements. That's definitely not the case there. It's more so like what is it? Legend of Zelda, not the new one, Skyward Sword, but the other Legend of Zelda that came out, the one where you get to use the Wii. It didn't really follow your movements 100%, but it did go ahead and took the gist of it and then kind of did accordingly, which is left, right, and up and down, which is cool. I think they did sideways too, but I'm not sure. So that was actually pretty cool. Now, the second thing is that the other type of weapon you had was a chainsaw, or a chainsaw type weapon. So you actually have to take it and, put it forward, and you actually feel, and that's a funny thing too, because you actually feel like you're doing a chainsaw. Granted, you're not feeling any buzzing in your hands and nothing like that, which, by the way, would be really cool. Microsoft, you might want to consider doing that. Perhaps putting out some kind of gloves or something like that allows you to feel, the actual game inside, or something like that. I'm just saying you might want to consider that. This is a very good game to do that with. Maybe every time you hit someone, you feel it or whatever. But, excuse me. Nonetheless, those are really good instances. So, I mean, and when everything's coming at you at once, and yes, you do have those particular things coming at you at once here, you really get excited, I was definitely, I was trying to use my, my gaming technique. So, walk backwards and slash in and then, and different things like that. Now, can you walk sideways? I'm not 100% sure. I just kind of thought about that. And I really didn't give that a try to go panning left or right or strafing, whatever you want to call it. But I will tell you this. The controls are pretty good. The controls are definitely pretty good. Graphics wise, they're really good. They're a lot better than any other game out there for Kinect. Not exactly better, though, as good as the Xbox 360 can produce, but at the same time, better than anything that you currently see on Kinect. Definitely the case. Long story short, I definitely encourage you guys to go ahead and pick up this game. I'm talking about a buy, not just a try. If you are interested in trying it out, go check the first link. The first link will go ahead and give you towards send you towards Xbox Live website, where you can go ahead and click on the demo and just send a demo towards them. If you guys want to go ahead and purchase the game, I definitely advise you to purchase the game. It's a really great game, and if you have Kinect, it is definitely a game that you don't want to be without. I guarantee that. Just go ahead and click on the second link at the bottom there to send you right to Amazon.com, where you can go ahead and purchase the link right there. On that note, I definitely, like I said before, encourage everyone to try it. You guys have a good night. Zeph is out.